Yo, what up, what up, what up? Just gotta get a few things on. I'll be right back. Almost ready. All right, we here. It's time. Oof. Okay, that is. It's dark. It's dark. See, can I? Nope. How you doing, Jay? Whew. Let's see. We gotta switch to the commentary. No, not like that. Will this work? No, I don't think it'll. No, I have to change things up a little bit. Turn the camera. You guys just give me a moment. Hey, people dropping likes here and there. Let's go. First off, we'll have this. Oh Jesus Christ, that was a voice crack. Just adjust it a little bit. Hopefully it'll be I'm alive. I got a week off. Got a week off work, so we chilling. Oh, come here. Come here. Jesus. Girl. No, we switched to... Okay, so this is the tier list. Can I zoom in? Should be readable for you like this. You set the system? Yeah, I always change. I'm always changing things up depending on how, depending on if OBS is working for me or not. Also, let me just change this. Peak. Okay, so the reason I have a rank above S is because One Piece has a lot of S tier arcs, and not all S tier arcs are built the same. So above S tier, we're gonna have peak above it, because One Piece has certain arcs that are just built different. So let's see. We got also said the Jesus Christ, I can't talk. Also said these like the arcs like at the bottom in the correct order, so we don't have to like look around for the right arc. Hey, oh goddamn, Cosmos! Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Listening at work? Well, hope I can entertain you at work. Oh, talking about the voice crack. God damn, how the delay is bad on your end, Jay. Maybe try to like close YouTube and just restart it because the delay is kind of crazy. I've been Cosmos. Been seeing you in quite a while. We're in the middle of a mini One Piece drought for about 2 weeks. Next week we should be back with a new chapter, I hope. We'll have to wait and see. My original plan was to have a video uploaded today, but I am so rusty when it comes to recording and video editing that is delayed. So I'm gonna have to upload it. I'm gonna have it uploaded by Sunday. The script has been written. I recorded the voiceover. All I gotta do is now is edit the video, but that is goddamn. It's been a while since I've done that. It's pretty difficult. Have to learn video editing all the way from the jump. Back to being a rookie. It's good. I mean, the way things are going now, Egghead is actually gonna be the best arc in One Piece, unless Oda just really flops it and ruins the ending. Let's see, how many arcs do we have? So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 28, 29, 30, 31 arcs. That should keep us busy for a little bit. Also, while I was like setting the arcs in order, like some arcs are pretty it's been a while since I revisited them, so I hope I'll at least remember something from it. Like Drum Island and Lil Garden, especially Whiskey Peak. I only remember like the biggest moments from those arcs. The smaller details are a bit fuzzy. So, shall we get started? The One Piece tier list by yours truly. And it goes all the way to Wano country. Romance Dawn, the first arc with Luffy, Zoro, and Nami. Pretty sure it ends by the time we get to... Yeah, it's until we fight Captain Morgan. Oh wait, I got it switched up. Orange Town is before Surf Village. Ah, okay. So, Romance Dawn. I think it was a pretty solid start. We got to know Luffy, and it was good enough to keep me watching. It wasn't like a drag to go through it. It was pretty enjoyable to watch. The vibes were very chill. The only thing for me was I had to get used to the art style and the animation because it looked really funky for me back in the day. It was overall pretty good. And we got to recruit Zoro at the time. I read Red Dressrosa and Wano again just to compare, but then Wano's collapse was serious, man. Dressrosa might also have a big foreshadowing. What would that be? But we'll get to Dressrosa and Wano when we get there. Because Dressrosa is gonna be my biggest challenge. To actually, bit of a coincidence, but Dressrosa and Wano are my biggest challenges to rate, and I'll explain later why. But Romance Dawn, I think it's a solid A tier. Gets the job done. It's not like on the high end of A tier, but it's up there. Orange Town, we got the second ever Devil Fruit introduced. The whole thing with Buggy, got the situation with Choo Choo the dog, which was, I mean, that story with the dog was fucking amazing. But other than that, I think the arc overall was a bit could have been better. Buggy was fun. It was really cool watching two Devil Fruit users fight each other, like Luffy being rubber and what's it say, Buggy just being able to like just split his body up. Pretty cool to watch, but in my opinion, is not the greatest arc. It's not the weakest either, which is pretty sad. I also would like to see your ratings in the chat for the arcs. See what you guys think of it, and if you agree with me or not. Kind of a little arguments. But for me, Orange Town has to go to B tier. We enter Syrup Village. Unlike it as enemy, Orange. I mean, that's the thing though, because a lot of the arcs in the manga were so much better. There's only one exception for me. Well, actually, two exceptions. Wano was better in the anime for me, and Marineford was better in the anime. Syrup Village was actual dog shit in the anime. It dragged so long, especially the whole fight with against Kuro. Django was cool. He was a funky, fun character. Love the hypnosis stuff. But that whole pussyfoot maneuver with Kuro was such a drag to get through. But I don't. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, Kuro did not have the pussyfoot maneuver in the manga, did he? Orange Town B. Okay, so you agree, good. But Syrup Village? Ooh. When we got the introduction with Usopp, he took a bit... he didn't have the strongest introduction for me either. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Syrup Village C. It's such a shame. And it's also in the live action, the live action tried so hard to like save Syrup Village, but they couldn't get it done really. I mean, it's definitely in the live action is definitely better than the anime, but the whole, I mean, even in the manga, it was pretty mid. Kuro was ass. I mean, his motivations and plans were kind of dog shit. I just wasn't feeling it. So the live action tried so hard to save Syrup Village, and in order to do that, they had to like sacrifice what's it called, Baratie. Baratie got sacrificed in the live action in order to save Syrup Village. And I'm not sure if that was the greatest action. No, I actually hated the Usopp pirates. I didn't like them at all. They were so annoying to me. I did, however, like Usopp fighting though. Like Zoro clearing the path for Usopp through the trees and have Usopp take the shot, like the finishing blow. That was dope to me. Seeing Usopp actually doing something, that was pretty dope. But other than that, Baratie, you're insane. Baratie B, no shot. Baratie is fucking amazing. Baratie is so good. Baratier is, I mean, Don Krieg sucked as a villain. I didn't like him. But Gin, Sanji, Zoro and Mihawk. I mean, the whole Baratier, the whole concept of Baratier itself was so fucking cool. And Zeph, goddamn, what Zeph is such a good character. And even, I just to point out how good Baratier is, they pretty much cut 80% of it in the live action. And even despite that, it's still one of the best things in the live action. Hey, Dio, come here. Baratier has to go for me to S tier, because it's probably the lowest on the S tiers, but it's so damn good. Nah, Gin, like the whole relationship between Gin and Sanji was so dope. Just Gin having his internal conflict of like his whole worldview changed the moment Sanji fed him out of kindness, and struggled through it the whole time. Tried to save Sanji's life so bad, but Don Krieg was just too cruel. S tier's crazy? Nah, it's right there. So the way I'm, just for example, the way I'm gonna do these tier lists. Let's say we have multiple in S tier. The one on, let's say Wano's S tier. I'm not gonna put it right there yet now, but let's say I think Wano is better than Baratier. I'm gonna do it like this. The further to the left, the better the arc. And if I think Baratier is better than Wano, I'll switch it around like this. Baratier is either the lowest on the S tier or the highest in the A tier. He didn't. No, he did not. He didn't. Oda didn't forget him. Jin straight up died. He died right there. He inhaled so much poison from Don Krieg in order to save Sanji. Gin is dead. He's not breathing. He does not have the will of P. His name does not start with a P. And as far as I know, there's no will of G. So that dude is he's dead. Poisoned to death by his own captain. Then we have Arlong Park. Okay, by the way, that Baratier was for me the first like real serious arc. Bottom A? Nah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how many A tiers I'm gonna have. But nah, Baratier is not worse than Romance Dawn. And Baratier was like the first time we like actually had a good like a serious arc, a serious arc. And the only actually fuck. Don Krieg was kind of ass. I'm gonna be honest about that. Don Krieg was dog shit. It was nothing but weapons and armor, and Luffy just clapped him like it was nothing. I think I'll downgrade Baratier to top of A tier. And Sanji's whole introduction in so dope with the Captain Fullbody was his name, like the dude with like the pink hair dude, the Marine. He tried to like raise up the woman he was with, but Sanji fucked him over with giving him a different wine, and then just clowned him like crazy, and then beat him up. Just got off screen, and the next thing we know, Sanji was grabbing him like this by the neck, all bloody. I think A tier, top of A tier. I don't know if there's any better A tiers in the series, but we'll see. Arlong Park, S, easy S. Not even hesitating about that one. Arlong Park is, I mean, for everyone, pretty much every One Piece fan, that is the moment that they actually completely fall in love with One Piece, and but you realize that One Piece is just built different. The build-up in Arlong Park was a bit slow in the anime. In the manga, it was done pretty damn well. It was slow in the anime, especially the fight. The fight in the anime was pretty. It dragged a lot, like with Luffy in the pool, and then you had Sanji, Nojiko, and the pinwheel dude trying to release Luffy from the because Luffy he stomped his feet like into the ground in order to do the pinwheel move, and Arlong threw him into the water, and he got stuck in there. And just saving saving Luffy took so damn long. Again, isn't revealed to be dead? No, but it was alluded to that because he inhaled all the poison there was. Like he had a gas mask, but he chose to save Sanji instead of him. And Luffy was passed out, and Gin told him to don't tell him I'm dead, because I'm pretty sure what happened. I think that's what he said. Like not to tell Luffy that Gin wasn't gonna survive. But the walk to Arlong Park was that is the first scene that was like just sends chills down your spine. Like the whole sequence is so perfectly well done. They had Nami stabbing her arm, Luffy grabbing her arm, grabbing her, holding her back from stabbing herself further. And they had the walk to Arlong Park. And usually in anime, the moment the main character and the enemy meet each other, they have a whole dialogue, and it just drags and drags, and get flashbacks and dramatic moments. In this case, that was not the case this time. Luffy broke through the wall, asked which one of you is Arlong. Arlong was just chilling there. He's like, that would be me. Who are you? Luffy introducing himself. I'm Luffy. I'm gonna be the king of the pirates, and he just sucks him across the face. And that was such a nice breath of fresh air. It was so different from everything we were used to in other anime. Luffy didn't give a shit about anything. He didn't care about what Arlong thought of the reason why he did what he did. He just knew Nami was crying, Arlong needs to go down, and just went to business. The recent chapter of Luffy's practicing battle acts. The practicing of the battle axe, that was before Luffy even set sail. But him practicing was pretty dope. Yeah, that's what made me like Luffy so much. Like he didn't give a shit about the reasoning of why they did. It wasn't just for the villains, but also just straight up for his crew members. He didn't care about like Nami's history. He just cared about how she was feeling right there and then. He knew she was fucked over by she got fucked over by Arlong, and he needed to go down, and just went to business. Okay, move to the next one. Loketown. I think Loketown is pretty solid. It's probably an 80 for me. Yeah, we had the return of Buggy and Alvida. Luffy's execution, which didn't happen. Had Smoker's introduction, Dragon's introduction. Hey, Dio. Come here. Dio, come on. Hey. Yeah, Loketown. We also had the reveal of I think that was the first time we like saw Roger Roger laughing when he died. I think that was Smoker who did it. Loketown B? Ooh. It's rough because Loketown didn't do anything bad. Like, it didn't drag. The pacing was pretty good. The only thing it didn't have was like a big climax or anything. Oh shit, we had the scene with Zoro and the sound like Kitetsu, like when he threw it up, stretched out his arm, and the Kitetsu like just rolling smoothly over his arm, testing his luck. That was pretty dope. I wonder how they'll do that in the live action. That would be pretty dope if they do it. No, giving it B feels a bit rough. Like, I mean, it's not worse than Romance Dawn by any means. I think for me it's the same as Romance Dawn. About the same. I would rate it the same. Both, I guess, a 7 out of 10. There's something important happened, didn't receive. You mean Dragon? We got introduced to Dragon, but we didn't know who he was. It didn't get revealed until like Innie's lobby. Yo. This is rough. Romance Dawn S tier. Nah. Like, I mean, Romance Dawn is good, but it's not S tier. I mean, Loketown is right there with Romance Dawn. It's about the same. They both did their job pretty well. There was no stalling. There was no bad writing. There's no funny business going on. It served its purpose really well. Oh shit! Oh, that's one of my favorite scenes. The filler. That the Roger bar or the Roger pub with the old man. That's filler, but was such a nice inclusion to see. I know the live action has very limited time, but it would be so cool if they added that. Then we have Reverse Mountain. I think Reverse Mountain was cool. We had like the barrel scene where they all declared their dreams. Some random guy knows so much about katanas, which is mentioned even. Wait, you mean the sword salesman that gave Zoro the swords for free? I mean, he recognized the Wado Ichimonji instantly. And he had the sound like Hitetsu and the other sword of Zoro. Like the old one. Oh, what it was called. I think Reverse Mountain is a B. Because that wasn't anything too special there. C, wow. I mean, C for me is like teetering on like being bad. Reverse Mountain wasn't bad. Oh shit. The scene between Zoro, Sanji, and Crocus was fucking hilarious. Like Usopp threatened Crocus with a cannon, and then Crocus was like, "Nah, don't play with cannons, or someone will get hurt." He had Sanji and Zoro really tense, about to like, they were ready to jump in, and then Sanji asked, "Yeah, who would get hurt?" And Crocus was like, just like, nah, that, I would get hurt. That would be me. Like the whole interaction with the tenseness of Crocus, so fucking funny. Crocus' introduction is goated. I think C is very like. C is mid. Thing is, I think. I mean, we had the introduction of Laboon, but nothing really happened there. There was no real conflict except for the Baroque Works people, like Vivi at the time. They pose no threat. That's a rough one. Then again, my memories of Reverse Mountain are a bit blurry. So what I remember is them gliding down Reverse Mountain, Luffy shooting a cannon at Laboon to stop. Yeah, Laboon and Luffy had a little scuffle, the introduction of Crocus. Yeah, Vivi and her partner tried to take down Laboon for some reason, which made no sense why they would do that. And then they joined they temporarily joined the crew, sort of, until the next island. No, okay, you might be right. Probably C tier. Such a shame because the whole the interaction and the introduction of Crocus was so good. Next we have Whiskey Peak. The main reason why Zoro became a supernova. The supposed island is friendly to pirates, and it ended up all being a ruse. It's yeah, Whiskey Peak. That's the thing. I don't remember too much from Whiskey Peak other than they had a big feast. Everyone passed out. Zoro fighting 100 Baroque Work agents. And then Luffy and Zoro fought. Ooh, okay, no. The ending of Whiskey Peak is actually kind of crazy. The shopkeeper. Where? In Whiskey Peak? I don't remember any shopkeeper in Whiskey Peak. The only shopkeeper interaction I remember is the one where he got his swords, like the Sandai Kitetsu. I'm gonna put Whiskey Peak here, because the ending of Whiskey Peak was actually crazy. We had a straight up assassination through bombing in Loketown. I mean, I remember what they were talking about. I mean, the shopkeeper tried to scam Zoro to get the Wajo Ichimonji, and then when he saw Zoro's luck overpowering the curse of the Sandai Kitetsu, he decided to give him the Sandai Kitetsu and another special sword for free. Because he believed in Zoro. And wanted to serve his purpose as a good swordsman vendor. Little Garden. Little Garden was dope. Dory and Brogy were amazing. But the villains in in Little Garden were dog shit. Like, was it Mr. Oh yeah, the sword chooses the master, not the wielder. Yeah, that's why he gave him the sword for free. Little Garden had potential to be so much better, but it really didn't deliver mainly because of the villains in that arc. Yeah, the gravity, no, not the gravity, the girl that would like use paint to manipulate Luffy, and the booger guy, and also had Mr. 3. But on the other side, Dora and Brogy were really dope. We had Sanji as Mr. Prince talking to Crocodile, which was really dope. We had the first time we ever saw the Albeth Spear. That was something special. Zoro trying to cut his leg when he was waxed up. Yeah, Little Garden is definitely better than Whiskey Peak. Bottom A, yeah, I think so. Such a shame because Little Garden could have been so much better. And Usopp was a big disappointment for me too in that arc, because he, for a second, he really showed determination, like he was gonna actually fight. But then, like a few moments later, he was back to his cowardly self. Okay, so yeah, Whiskey Peak is a B. Drum Island, ooh. Nah, Drum Island is A. Drum Island is better than, ooh. Okay, the question is where in the A tier where in the A tier do we put Drum Island? It's definitely better than Little Garden. It's better than Loketown. Is it better than Romance Dawn? Yeah, I think so. I think it's right here. So what happened in Drum Island? I mean, obviously the whole thing with Chopper and Dr. Hiruluk, Dr. Koreha, with that whole backstory. But something special happened there. Whiskey Peak would have been great if the booger guy was gone. Yeah, yeah. I mean, most of the Baroque Works agents could have been better. But Drum Island had something very, very special. The first ever mention, and we saw something of Blackbeard. That whole panel with Blackbeard and his crew walking was pretty menacing. Hold up. Blackbeard, Drum Island. Top A? Look. It's right here. There were only 5 pirates. The captain called himself Blackbeard. They were immensely powerful. We never had a chance. They defeated us before we knew what hit us. Man, this is so dope. So you have Blackbeard here. Lafitte on the right. No, oh no, sorry, no, Van Auger. I mean, you have Van Auger. Who's the tall guy? Probably Burgess. Yeah, we had the introduction of No, it's gotta be Luffy's determination to save his friends. No, I'm not discounting that, but this is a big moment because this is the first time we get Blackbeard introduced. And he technically chased Wapol away the first time, and then Luffy did it the second time. The guy with the horse. Oh, fuck, what's his face? Doc Q was his name? Doc Q, and the horse was called Stronger, I think. I'm guessing here in the corner, like on the right side, that's Lafitte's. But I mean, I think the only accurate one is Van Auger here, because the other ones they've changed. They don't really look the same. But yeah, Drum Island. It's up there on the A tier. Alabasta, easy S. Easy S. Crocodile was a fucking menace. Crocodile, to this day, he's to me on the same tour as Doflamingo. Yeah, oh yeah, Wapol's ass. Like, Alabasta is the first arc where we actually had all the Straw Hats had a proper opponent. Alabasta is the only arc. To this day, Zoro hasn't been pushed as far as he did against Mr. One, against Das Bones. And Kaido doesn't count because it was, I mean, Zoro didn't last long against Kaido. Zoro landed an attack and was done. Alabasta isn't as easy. Alabasta is teetering on being peak. And then we had the whole departure with Luffy and on the crew with the X on their arm. Vivi was phenomenal. I fucking love Vivi. Like, at the time, I was 16 when I was watching Alabasta. I was catching up to like just binging One Piece. I liked her so much. I really wanted her to join the crew, but I was like, she doesn't really have a role in the crew. So I kind of knew that she wasn't gonna join, so I was really sad when it's actually happened. Jaya. Jaya is S tier. Jaya is straight up S tier, along with Skypiea. But where in S tier is it? It's kind of annoying because to me, Jaya and Skypiea are just one saga, one arc. It feels like, to me, you shouldn't split them up as separate arcs. Same with Water 7 and Enies Lobby. Where's the music? Oh, the music stopped. Das Bones was a king at the... Yeah, Das Bones was a beast. And also, first time Haki ever being used, without us knowing. Zoro is the first character to ever have used Haki for us in the series. And I'm pretty sure he used both Observation and Rio at that time. Because he could sense, like, he was so beat up, and suddenly everything became clear to him. He could sense where the Wado Ichimonji was, grabbed it, and then used Rio to just cut through Das Bones. Let's see, Jaya. Oh, fuck. Jaya. Oh. Jaya, the whole scene with Blackbeard and Bellamy and Luffy, Zoro. Dreams never die. And then, to me it's S tier. It's so good. And that's why I said earlier, to me it goes along with Skypiea. To me personally, Jaya and Skypiea is one story. It's one arc for me. The only thing that's different is two different locations. Oh, fuck it. Jaya and Skypiea were the same country at one point. They just got split up by the... Oh, what was that called? The water shooting up. It had a special name. Forgot what it was. Oh, it's so annoying. What was it called? The something stream? I think Skypiea or Jaya is right here. And Skypiea goes... I mean, Skypiea is fucking important to the story. I think Skypiea goes right here. Honestly, this... Hold up. Dreams never end, never die. One Piece. One of my favorite panels. It's like completely like there's no background or anything, just a blank page, and all you have is Blackbeard, Luffy, Zoro, and Nami. Wait, what doesn't have a proper storyline? Jaya. And then there's also one of my favorite panels, Luffy, Sky, Bia. No, not outfit, Shadow. This right here. Oh, they did it in Minecraft, that's cool. So dope, this whole panel. And they made a call, and they did a callback to it when Luffy used Gear 5. Hey, what up, Pizza? How you doing, man? Welcome to the One Piece Tier List stream. How's life treating you? So far, I've got this. Just finished rating Jaya and Skypiea. Both for me are S tier. But to me, well, Arlong is better than Jaya, and Skypiea is better than Arlong Park. And Skypiea is by far the funniest arc in One Piece. It's like the only problem Skypiea has is the pacing in the anime. But other than that, in the manga, it's so funny. Like you can't go a single chapter without laughing your ass off. It doesn't have a separate story arc. That's the issue. It's just about Nolan's grandson. But that's the issue. To me, you can't rate it on its own because it's part of Skypiea. Like your list? Thanks. Appreciate it. So where would you rate Skypiea and Jaya Pizza? Let me show you something. Luffy, Usopp. Just fucking peak comedy. This alone, it's S tier. So fucking dumb. Skypiea A? Well, that's fair. I mean, for me, it's S tier. It's phenomenal. It's the To me, Skypiea and Jai is the embodiment of One Piece. It's like what One Piece is. The exploration, like the wonder of a strange island in the sky. Yeah, same for me. When I reread, jeez, I reread One Piece when back in 2017 or 2018. And when I got to Skypiea, I was amazed by how good it was in the manga. And what amazed me even more, all the funny stuff, like all the funny scenes that I knew from the anime, I always thought that they were filler. But no, they were actually in the manga. Oda created those funny moments. Oda actually went out of his way to draw those hilarious moments. Yeah, Skypiea, amazing. Long Ring Long Land. Most people hate, most One Piece fans hate Long Ring Long Land. I don't. I love it. What I hate is what they did with it in the anime. And Usopp is an idiot. One of the... Oh yeah, with the shell when they had to when he recorded it. Usopp no ahoy. Oh, and what's shit? Luffy's song. Where is it? Luffy's Skypiea song. Oh god damn it. Egghead was one. Yeah, Egghead. If Oda doesn't fuck it up, Egghead is the best arc in One Piece. Can you hear it? Peak fiction, just fucking peak fiction. This and this song came back in the special episodes with Uta and Shanks. Luffy finished that song in the flashbacks with Uta. Yeah, Egghead isn't on the list, sadly, but it makes sense because Egghead it's not finished yet. Long Ring Long Land to me is A tier. I know most. It's such a good. It's fucking amazing. And Wiper just had to interrupt him. But yeah, most fans hate Long Ring Long Land, sadly. And the reason why they hate it, first off, because it's irrelevant and low stakes. But after Skypiea, it was needed, having something silly to laugh at. But what ruined it for me was in the anime. The anime added two contests. Jeez, two contests to the Davy Back fight. They added two extra games to the Davy Back fight that just sucked. Like whenever I rewatched Long Ring Long Land, I would always skip those games. And then when I read the manga, I realized those two shitty games, Oda didn't create those, only the fun game. No, I love it a lot. I love dumb shit like that. I'm gonna put it right here, next to Little Garden. It's on the low end of 8 tier. And then we get to the first behemoth. The first god tier writing of the series. I don't think anyone is gonna disagree. What are your thoughts on? Hold on. I think episode in anime. I liked it. I really liked what they did with the mother flame, like with the whole scene. That was absolutely menacing how they did it. It was so cool. I love the art style. The opening was really dope. And yeah, the next year in One Piece is gonna be wild, both in the anime and in the manga. Oh yeah, Zoro and Sanji teaming up for 10 seconds was, I mean, that's the reason why. That's what I wanted for Wano. I wanted Zoro and Sanji to team up against King and Queen. And let's be real here. If Zoro and Sanji teamed up against King and Queen, that fight would have been much shorter. Yeah, this year, oh damn, the anime only fans are got yo. Can you imagine Kuma's backstory when we finally get there? Yeah, no, the One Piece anime is gonna be different this year. That's so. Hold up. Let me just. I had something. I had a picture. Screenshot that I found. I don't know if you can see it. These are shots from the One Piece opening. Like, hold up, let me make it bigger. So these are shots from the One Piece opening. They had a foreshadowing for the 4 major fights. It's like Luffy and Lucci, Garp and Aokiji, Law and Blackbeard, and Kid and Shanks. And someone in the comments said, wow, they actually put the whole fight between Shanks and Kid in the opening. And it was like only just a split second. And they were not wrong. But yeah, Water 7, Enies Lobby, post Enies Lobby, peak, top of the list. I don't think anyone's gonna disagree with that. It's I don't know, it's just phenomenal. Like, just the design of Water 7 alone, everything around it with the Aqua Laguna. Excuse me. The Galela, the CP9 betrayal, Luffy and oh my god, I'm I'm burping so much. Luffy and Usopp's fight, the destruction of the Frankie house, Enies Lobby, one of the best things ever to come out in any type of fiction. I've never experienced anything like Water 7 Enies Lobby in anywhere else. Oh, 5 seconds late. Try closing YouTube and opening it again. It's probably a bit delayed. Happens a lot. It's usually closing it usually resets the delay. Yeah, Water 7 is amazing. And one thing that also annoys me is that people separate them. Like, I can't stand it when people say Water 7 is better than Enies Lobby. That is the same story. Water 7 is the beginning, the build-up, and the whole middle part. Enies Lobby is the climax, is the finale. Post Enies Lobby is the ending. It's one story. I don't get why people separate them. It's one big story. So whenever people say Water 7 is better than Enies Lobby, I just don't understand it. It makes no sense. It's like saying... It's like saying you... how do you even... There's no comparison. I mean, the only comparison is saying Skypiea is better than Jaya. But that one does make more sense because they're actually, like... sort of different, but they're also the same story, like I said earlier. There's no other example, really. Amazon Lily. I mean, we're not at Amazon Lily yet. First Thriller Bark. Oh, shit. I forgot to switch, damn. Sorry, I forgot to switch. So yeah, I have, Enies Lobby, Water 7, post Enies Lobby at the top. Peak. You can't separate them for me. You can't... I've seen people do, like, this. And this just makes no sense for me. I just don't understand that. They're the same overall story. Yeah, yeah, I agree. But then they also have like post Enies Lobby as separate, but it's one big story. Post Enies Lobby had all the lore with Dragon and the introduction of the Yonko system. You had Shanks versus Blackbeard. Shanks, no, not Shanks. Shanks clashing with Whitebeard. Ace fighting Blackbeard. Yep, all peak. I'm still thinking of an example of the game, but I just can't think of any. It's like saying, or Kokoyashi Village is better than Arlong Park. It's like it's the same story. Kokoyashi is Nami's village. Arlong Park is just a separate location. They both fall under the Arlong Park. The Arlong Park arc. Makes no sense to separate them. Ooh, and also one of my favorites, like low-key, like smaller characters. So what is his face? The one Admiral Captain. Fuck, what's his name? T-Bone. Holy shit, T-Bone. Like the one that fought Zoro. Captain T-Bone One Piece. The one who he recently died in the manga. He sacrificed himself so villagers could get the money from Cross Guild. Really cool character. I love how much he cared about his people. Just kept tearing pieces of his cape so they could patch themselves up. He was a good man, yeah. Lived a good man and died a good man. Thriller Bark. A Thriller Bark is a tricky one because ooh. Thriller Bark started good. I mean, it started all right. Everything between the beginning and the end was shit. It did nothing but stall. Luffy's first fight against Moria made no sense. Luffy should not have lost that fight against Moria. So, I might put Thriller Bark right here in B tier. The only thing saving it is the finale. Like, well, with Zombie Luffy was dope, or Shadow Luffy, or whatever you want to call him, was cool. Luffy taking down Moria was dope. When my God, hold up, I gotta get a pill. I'm gonna take a pill. Be right back. All right, that's better. Sorry about that. Hey Thriller Bark, it made me dislike the only one good moment. Only one moment. I think everything. I mean, the moment Kuma arrived in Thriller Bark, it got good. Thriller Bark is peak? Nah. Even when I reread Thriller Bark, it was mid, honestly. And the amazing moments that it had, it doesn't save it from all the bad moments. Zoro versus Ryoma is one of probably the best, the fight with the best choreography in One Piece. How they were fighting on the rooftop, like balancing, just trying not to fall off. It was just one continuous shot. It was really dope. Oh, Zoro's Zoro's moment is what's keeping it. Holy shit, I can't talk. Zoro's moment is what's keeping it from going lower. If Zoro didn't have that moment and didn't have that fight with the Ryuma, and Kuma didn't come at all, Thriller Bark would be right here, honestly. But the fact that it's up there, I can't rate an arc based on one good moment. I can't like give an arc an S tier based on one good moment. Wait, hold up. Hold up, let me check something. Just gonna make the screen black for a minute. Oh, never mind. I thought for a moment you could like have you guys interact with the tier list, but that's not the case. Never mind. Let's see. I mean, there was I mean, it has plenty of funny moments. Yeah, Luffy like pushing down the zombie back into the ground. Yeah, the Perona's depression ghosts making Zoro say he wish he was never born, and then Sanji laughing at it afterwards. A gaslight me? Nah. I'm thinking what happened. What else happened in the arc? The whole scene with the invisibility man was shit, honestly. I mean, we got the introduction of Lola, who gave us the Vivid card at the time. That was pretty dope. It's just like the middle part of Thriller Bark was so unnecessarily long. The only thing I can... That's a tough one. Thriller Bark. Ooh, actually, well, Thriller Bark does have one of my favorite mysteries. Like this right here. Like these shadows, I'm so intrigued in what those are. So, like, just look at... Thriller Bark is not a small island. At all. It is the biggest ship in the world. It is fucking massive. And just look how small it looks compared to these things. Wait until it's proven that God Valley was Thriller Bark. saying they converted Thriller Bar. They converted all of God Valley into a ship. The West Blue Island, God Valley. I don't know about that. Because what's his face? The mayor of Water 7? Iceberg. His whole he's working on a lifelong project to turn Water 7 into a floating island. That's not an easy task. So I don't, and he's the best like sort of mechanic along with Frankie. I don't see how anyone other than them could like do it to Water 7, to God Valley. All right, let's move on. Sabaody, peak. Who swaps MVP? Yeah, against Perona. That was dope. Sabaody, just straight up peak. Sabaody is the early version of sort of the early version of Egghead. It feels like such a small arc, but when you go back and when you look back, so much happened. It's jam-packed with content. The introduction of Kizaru, introduction of Rayleigh, introduction of the Supernova. Oh wow, yeah. Brooke's backstory. Huh. I'll get to it later. Now we move on to Sabaody. The only question is Sabaody better than Water 7? I don't know. It's definitely in the same tier. Let's see. Okay, so Sabaody, we had the introduction of oh my god, why I keep forgetting names. Fuck. Duval, holy shit. Duval, when he looked like Sanji, and Sanji rearranged his face. Like the reveal of Duval's face was, I died laughing, just like Brooke. And Brooke laughing at Duval's face is, to me, the funniest moment in One Piece. And then we had the iconic moment of Luffy punching a Celestial Dragon. And then I gave up. Luffy punching a Celestial Dragon. And I was watching, like, Totally Not Mark a while ago was making a series of One Piece, reading One Piece for the first time and reviewing it. He said something that I never even considered. Everything Luffy did on that island, I wouldn't have done anything different if I was in his shoes. Punching the Celestial Dragon, despite the consequences, would 100% do that. Would 100% do that. Fighting, like, so he punched the Celestial Dragon. They ran away. They got intercepted by a Pacifista. Fought at 100%. They gave everything to beat that Pacifista. They were gassed out. Took all of their stamina to beat him. Then the second one came, and then Luffy's Captain Instincts came in. Split up. We gotta run. We can't beat these guys. They're too much. Fantastic captain's decision. They ran away, and then Kuma came in. Oh no, that first Kizaru came in. Kizaru got intercepted by Rayleigh, and then Kuma came in, and then he split them apart. Amazon Lily. Ooh, Amazon Lily is good. It's I think Amazon Lily is top 8 tier. I think we're right here. And here or S tier. Amazon Lily wasn't too big. There was no real conflict other than with Boa herself. At the backstory of Boa, how she escaped the celestial dragons and the slavery, which was an intense flashback. You have her finding out that Luffy punched the celestial dragon. To me, it's either top of A tier or S tier. I don't know. Impel Down, I'll put it. Ooh, I don't know if it's better or worse than Alabasta. To me, Impel Down is not peak, it's S tier, it's solid, it's fucking amazing. Peak is the ones. Peak is just being special. And speaking of peak, Marineford, the GOAT. Up until today, it's undefeated. Absolute phenomenal arc. The only thing that comes close is Water 7 and Eni's Lobby. And to me, like, actually, Marineford and Eni's Lobby, Water 7 saga, they're on the same level. I just lean towards Marineford because of the impact it has on the world. Like, after Marineford, everything changed. Only because a single man died, that being Whitebeard. Whitebeard was fuck. Whitebeard gotta be my favorite character ever. And when we got to Wano, we saw him clash with Whitebeard, that with Roger. Fucking hell, that was. I'll get to Wano later. Just I'll get to Wano when I get to Wano. It's kind of wild. Now we have as many peak arcs as S tier arcs. Post-war arc. So what happened in the post-war arc? We got Luffy going through it, being consoled by Jinbei. Whitebeard top 7. He might actually be like my favorite character ever. Post-war arc, we had Luffy like actually going through it, and Jinbei like getting him through it, gathering himself, returning to Marineford, throwing in the flowers, giving the signal to the Straw Hats to like take a two-year break and train. We had what's it called? We were seeing like where all the crew members landed. Zoro landing in Mihawk's Island was kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, Whitebeard is probably my favorite character ever. I can't put Dragon in anywhere because I know nothing about him until I see more of him. The only thing, no, I know as a character, but we know nothing about Dragon. The only thing we got from Dragon is we saw how supportive he was of Kuma, which I liked. Other than that, I gotta see more of him before I decide if I like him or not. But post-war arc. Shit. Probably A tier, I think. Only somewhere in the middle. I think it's better than Romance Dawn. A tier. Wonder, post-war arc. Oh, actually, in the post-war arc, we got the introduction of Tequila Wolf, like the island, like the bridge the Endless Bridge. And we never seen anything from it ever again. So that's like, where Robin landed, Tequila Wolf is such a huge seed that Oda planted. They've been building that bridge for forever. They don't know why, they don't know what the goal is. They just know they have to build it. And they're using slaves for it. And we're probably not gonna see anything from it ever again until we get the flashback of the Void Century. I wonder if the bridge is like being a new version of the Red Line. No. Return to Sabaody. Return to Sabaody was good. Was alright. There was nothing really too special going on. It was the Straw Hats reuniting. Like Zoro and Sanji reuniting was really dope. Just getting straight into arguing again. Luffy using Conqueror's Haki deliberately for the first time. One-shotting a pacifista. Zoro and Sanji too. Kuma protecting the Kuma protecting the Sunny, and we only got a reason why he did it, or how he did it, like last month. Tequila Wolf might be just a slave mandatory facility. I mean, I don't know, because the slave, if that's the case, they would just send them to Mary Joie and just like have them work underneath Mary Joie to like keep the electricity running, because they have slaves underneath Mary Joie. So Tequila Wolf has to have some sort of purpose. Return to Sabaody, I think I have to put it right here. It was really nice seeing the Straw Hats reunite again after such a long time. Seeing them come back so much stronger. The new designs. Frankie could have been a better design. I'm still hoping for right now an Egghead for Frankie to get his old design back. Like have Vegapunk create a new body for him. It'd be so cool if Frankie gets his old model back. Fishman Island. A controversial one. People either hate it or they absolutely love it. For me, I definitely love it, but the thing is with Fishman Island, it's fucking amazing. It's so damn good, but the execution of it is just, it could have been better. Could have been so much better. It could have been peak, but to me, it's just the lowest S tier. Fisher Tiger flashback was fucking phenomenal. Oh, by the way, I completely forgot to mention. Where is it? Skypiea. Something that I've always said in Skypiea. The Mont Blanc flashback. That, if you take the story of Mont Blanc, the liar, take that story, turn it into a separate movie. Don't give it the One Piece label. Just take that story, create a movie out of it. It'll be one of the best movies ever made. And that's kind of what I want. Imagine in the live action if they like get to Skypiea and they release the Mont Blanc flashback as a separate movie. It'll be so dope. When I was rereading One Piece and reading Mont Blanc's flashback, it I was mind blown by how good it was. Fishman Island A tier. Nah, for me it's S tier. The only downside is the villains were shit, honestly, and not because of his motivation, because to me it makes sense, his motivations, that he doesn't have any, because that was the whole purpose of Fishman Island, like showcasing the whole sacred. Jesus, what is going on with me? Holy shit! Showcasing the whole cycle of hatred, where it all comes back full circle. And you have people just hating certain people for no reason whatsoever, other than the fact that they were taught to do so. They were not wronged by a certain group. They were never discriminated. They were never discriminated against by a certain group. They just hate them, and those people are real in our current real world, and that's what Hody Jones is. He had Arlong, who was actually been wronged by humans, discriminated against, and he made up for it by he actually cared about his own people. Like they didn't show it in the live action, but in the manga and anime, he really cared about his own people. When he accidentally when Luffy used one of Arlong's men as his shield, he was freaking out like, no, I heard my own brothers. What am I doing? Hody Jones had none of that. It was just nothing but hatred. And even though Arlong hated humans too, thanks to Fishman Island, we understand why that is. We know there's two types of people that can result from discrimination. You have the people who are directly affected from discrimination, i.e. Arlong, hating the people who oppressed them, even though it wasn't all of them who oppressed him. He still hated them, but really cares about his own people. And on the other side, you have a shitty person like Hody Jones, who just does it for the hell of it, just popping pills, hating humans even though they did nothing to him. I don't like drugs being the only. Oh, I mean, yeah, that's why I said he's a shitty villain. I was gonna explain that. He's a shitty villain because he didn't have much to show, power-wise. He was an obstacle for the Straw Hats at all. The biggest obstacle was the Noah, the Ark of Noah. Well, I think it was just called the Noah, not the Ark of Noah, or Noah's Ark. And then we had the whole we had Luffy asking Jinbei to join the crew, which is such a powerful moment, while donating his blood to him. Fishman Island is really good, but it could have been better, sadly. Punk Hazard. Punk Hazard is a special one. Oh my... No. Oh my god, hold up. Oh, I close it. Where's the... Oh my god. Fuck, it's back. I saved it, holy shit. I got so scared for a moment. Yeah, Noah was the main villain. Oh! Fishman Island, first mention of Joy Boy was on a poneglyph. The promise between Joy Boy and Poseidon. The previous Joy Boy promised Poseidon to help all the fishmen escape, and Noah was the vessel for it. And now we know at least we know who the current Joy Boy is. We know who the current Poseidon is. All that's left is for Luffy to liberate them. Punk Hazard. Punk Hazard has such a strong start. An amazing finish. The middle part is shit once again. It started so good. It ended so good. But the middle part is just, it was hard to get through. Really hard to get through. So for me, ooh, it's a rough one. Oh, hold up. The music. Where's the music at? Luffy showing his balls to Big Mom. Oh yeah, in Fishman Island, yeah. Oh, you're right. That was the introduction of Big Mom, or like we actually saw her talk for the first time, and we saw of what sort of what she looks like. We saw. Oh my God, I can talk. We saw a silhouette of her. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. But also, Fishman Island had the worst Sanji moment. Can you guess which moment that is? It was such an unnecessary moment. It felt out of place. He had no right to talk. Sanji telling Jinbei to kill himself. That was so unnecessary and straight up Sanji's worst moment. It didn't even feel like Sanji. That was just shitty writing on Oda's part. Wait, which guy? Sanji? Oh, I'm assuming you thought I was talking about the nosebleeds and stuff. I didn't mind that too much. It was just standard anime stuff. But him telling Jinbei to kill himself it's by far the worst writing for Sanji I've ever seen from Oda. Actually, straight up probably the only one actual bad writing for Sanji. Yeah, Punk Hazard. The reintroduction of Law. Smoker was there. A plan to take down the Yonko. Being Kaido. Which ended up being a 10-year plan in real time. It's rough because, fuck, Punk Hazard is so good, but it's just the middle part that's so... It just drags it down. Not shitty writing, but he is shitty, man. I think my chat is fucking up in OBS. Let me just refresh real quick. For some reason, it's showing up on screen. Oh, that's crazy. Like your chat is showing up on screen, but not in my chat section in OBS and YouTube. It's not shitty writing, but he is shitty. No, him telling Jinbei to kill himself was horrible. It was really bad. Like when Sanji's that made it was so out of place for him. Sanji's smart enough to like understand why things happen. He saw Jinbei like being regretful. He still went out of his way to like say something like that. That was god awful. Punk Hazard, I mean, fuck. Probably here. It's better than Return to Sabaody. Such a shame because it could have been so good. Punk Hazard could have been so fucking amazing. Okay, Dressrosa. This is where things get tricky for me. This gets really, really tricky for me. Because my memories of Dressrosa are... they're not good. I only read Dressrosa once. I didn't reread it when I did, years ago. So I still have to, like, reread all of Dressrosa. I know the key moments of what happened, but like in the finale of Wano, when Law used his devil fruit to like silence Big Mom, I didn't know that was a reference to Corazon at all. That's how bad it is. I remember the Law flashback. I did not remember Corazon having any devil fruit powers at all. So I desperately need to reread Dressrosa. And I know in the anime the pacing is oof. The anime pacing is dog shit. Let's be real. I think the introduction of Gear 4th, Doflamingo's God. Doflamingo is an amazing villain. So if Zoro was in the shoes of Sanji in Whole Cake Island, if Zoro was in the shoes... Hey, yo! Okay, chat is, hold up. Let me start some shit over here. Chat is acting up for me. I don't know why. But if Zoro was in the shoes of Sanji in Whole Cake Island, Zoro would have said, "Let's fuck Big Mom." What? Hey, don't worry about it, pizza. Okay, chat should be... Oh my god. I'm having some technical difficulties here. Okay, we should be good, I think. Okay, I think... Dressrosa... I mean, the parallel for Dressrosa is Alabasta. The only difference being that the villain in this case actually... his plans actually succeeded. So Dressrosa is like basically if Doflamingo's plans succeeded. Oh, Jesus, I can't talk. Dressrosa is basically if Crocodile's plans succeeded in Alabasta, when we're seeing the aftermath of it. The tournament arc from... maybe it's controversial. Oh my god. Maybe it's controversial for me to say, but the tournament arc in Dressrosa for me was a bit unnecessary, to be honest. It makes also really makes no sense for Dofi to like hand out a prize like that, like the Mera Mera no Mi. Well, there's no one in his crew, I think, that can eat another devil fruit, because they all have devil fruits as far as I know. And the reintroduction of Sabo, which was dope. Dressrosa is here, top of S tier. I don't remember enough from it to decide if it's peak or not. It's a bit annoying for me, to be honest. It wouldn't be like... I mean, I have a whole Sanji and Zoro situation in Whole Cake Island. It pissed me off what certain fans were saying. Like, I've seen so many people say that when Sanji was fighting Luffy and beating him up, people saying that Zoro would have stepped in He fucking would not step in. Luffy would have told Zoro to stand down. Zoro would not have interfered. If Zoro interfered in the fight, ignoring Luffy's order, that's also disrespecting Luffy as a captain. Nami tried to interfere in the fight between them. Luffy told her to get the fuck away. He's dealing with it. And Luffy dealt with it like a fucking champion. How bad would it be if Luffy told Zoro to stand down and Zoro just ignoring him? And Sanji getting bounty raise. Oh yeah, I love that. I love the bounty situation. Just like 10 million, just 10 million higher than Zoro was perfect. I want Oda to like keep up that joke of like just having one just barely above the other. Okay, Zoe. My memories of Zoe are very fresh compared to Dressrosa. What I mean is Zoro would have asked. I don't know about that because I mean Big Mom had Zeph hostage basically. So he wasn't just doing it for himself. If it was just Sanji, I don't think Sanji would care. He would probably risk it and ask Luffy for help. But Zeph was being held hostage. Not literally, but they would have killed him if Sanji didn't cooperate. So there's not... Sanji could not really have been in that situation. Unless they, like, took his master, like Shimotsuki, whatever. Not like disrespectful to his captain at all. I don't know. I mean, Sanji, just like Zoro, he does not like burdening Luffy with their own problems. Like, what do you think that the nothing happened situation was? Zoro told Sanji not to say anything. Well, not really. He said nothing happened. He said it for a reason. He did not want to burden Luffy with his own personal problems. Same goes for Sanji in that situation. Sanji got pretty much kidnapped, and he did not want to bother Luffy with it because he saw himself as a burden that time. Alright, let's finish this up. I've been almost streaming for 2 hours. I wanna finish this. Zoe was the moment for me to decide that I decided to reread the series. Like the Raizo is safe scene, that's what triggered it for me. It brought back my love for One Piece after quitting it for years. And normally Zoe would have been peak fiction. It would have been peak. However, that whole scene with Raizo is safe, it had no payoff. Nothing came out of it in Wano. Like, I mean, sure, like Inuarashi and Nekomamushi, they fought Jack. It just felt empty, sort of. There was so much going on, and Oda just spent so little time on it. Even off-screened it in at first, like on the rooftop. So to me, fuck. It's such a shame. Top 8 tier? Nah, it's fuck. It could have been peak. We got the introduction of Jack. Momo talking to Zunisha, which was insane. Zunisha fighting back. I think for me it's lower S tier. Whole Cake Island. Whole Cake Island. Where do we put Whole Cake Island? And also, Whole Cake Island gave us one of my other favorite characters, Charlotte Katakuri. Oh, the Rogue Pony. Oh, didn't you forget about the Rogue Pony? No, it's definitely S tier. Definitely S tier. So the moments like when they revealed the Rogue Poneglyphs and what they do, that was such a high, such a key moment. Like I was baffled reading that. It was the first time I felt like we were reaching towards an end of One Piece. Whole Cake Island. I think it goes right here. Whole Cake Island had pacing issues. In the anime, it's even worse. The pacing of Whole Cake Island in the anime is worse than Dressrosa. And I can tell even without having watched the anime of Whole Cake Island because I quit it. I straight up quit the anime. Dressrosa and Whole Cake Island, I was like aware of what the episodes were, but there was so little happening in the episodes. They were stalling so much. There was so much filler. It was not even funny. The ones for Katakuri would have been nah. I mean, Brook and Katakuri were the MVPs of the arc for me. And the introduction of Snake Man. Big Mom was a fucking menace in that arc. Capone had a raw moment when he was like holding his baby and just shot someone for like kilometers away, just sniped him in the head. Oh, it's such a raw moment, just shooting someone while holding your own baby. That was wild. Oh, Capone used to be my least favorite supernova. Whole Cake Island made him one of my favorites. When we teamed up with him, I wanted Luffy to punch him so bad. I just wanted to like beat him. I did not like Capone at all, but he grew on me so much. Reverie. I think this one is going right here. Tankman, pinnacle of goofiness. Yeah, oh, God. Well, the anime butchered Whole Cake Island so much. I was waiting for I wanted to see only two things in the anime. I wanted to see the Cracker fight with Luffy and Snake Man. The Cracker fight was such a disappointment in the anime. I'm blanking out here. What was I saying? Holy shit. I've been streaming for too long, I think. Oh yeah, the anime, Cracker. They butchered that fight so much. They completely ruined it. They kept, and throughout the whole arc, they kept reusing the Gear 4 animation of Dressrosa. They kept stalling. They kept reusing the same animation over and over again. In the manga, when Luffy was getting his ass handed to him by a Cracker clone, what happened? Luffy got launched away. Crackers started talking mad shit about Sanji, and all we hear from Luffy was from the woods, Gomu Gomu no. Everyone just knew, oh, he's in Gear 4th, and next page, he just comes charging in from Gear 4th already, crushing his clone. In the anime, fuck, they had Luffy like pinned down, trying to blow his arm up. It was shit. It was absolute shit, and I don't know why people gave the anime so much credit. Like people were saying, "Oh, it's actually pretty good if you watch it in one go." Nah, it fucking isn't. Nah. And the biggest atrocity, the biggest atrocity of the anime, is the reverie. It could have been 2 episodes. It could have been 2 really, really good episodes, but they dragged it out and made it, I think 5 or 6 episodes. And it was dog shit. But the reverie itself, fucking amazing. The introduction of Emu. What's his face? Cobra, King Riku, and Fujitora. Suggesting the abolishment of the Shichibukai system, of the warlord system. 8 oh, that is crazy. 8 episodes is wild. With Shanks arriving at Mary Joie, talking to the Gorosei. Fuck. Reverie was too much. Oh, and the new bounty poster of Luffy. I'll never forget that moment. I've watched a lot of reactions of people reading that chapter or watching the episode of Luffy's bounty when he got 1.5 billion. Almost everyone guessed it. Everyone saw that it was 1.5 billion, even though Luffy was crying about it. I didn't. I was like, while I was reading, I was like just plotting in my head, like maybe they're trying to lure Luffy, like by lowering maybe they're lowering Luffy's bounty and trying to lure him out so they could capture him or something, just trying to get Luffy to do something crazy. And it was until I saw like the double spread and just Luffy wanted poster with 1.5 billion on it. And my whole body just goosebumps, all of my body. Fucking amazing. It's not my favorite chapter, but it was just my favorite experience reading a chapter. Because I was so oblivious of what was going on. Green Bull silhouette. Yeah, we got that there. Oh, we got not just a silhouette. We saw him talking to Fujitora that he was fasting and like he would only eat food if it came from a beautiful woman. And he was fasting non-stop. That he hadn't eaten for like months or something like that. Nah, Reverie was goated. Reverie was, when it was going on, when it was happening, it was like the start of a new year. It was week upon week upon week of just fucking madness. 5th Emperor of the Sea. I like that, but at that time, Luffy wasn't him yet. It was cool that he got the recognition, but it was from Big News Morgan. And Luffy was nowhere near the level of an admiral. Well, yeah, not even... He could probably tango with an admiral, but he was nowhere near the level of Yonko. Not even close. And finally, the last one. Wano Country, the biggest arc in One Piece so far. And to this day, I don't know how to rate this arc. Because Wano has some of the best moments in the series, but also has some of the worst moments in the series. Yeah, Big News was guessing hard. He was like making Luffy seem like he was some sort of strategic genius. But it was Capone who was like made up the whole plan to kill Big Mom. The whole, like in Wano, the whole amnesia thing with Big Mom, the amnesia thing with Big Mom, god awful. Straight up arguably the worst thing to happen in One Piece in my opinion. However, it could have been much worse. Amnesia plot points are never done well, and it seems like even Oda couldn't salvage the plot points like amnesia. He sort of did okay with Sabo, even though that was a bit of a retcon. But nah, there was no saving. Like the whole plot point of amnesia, I don't think there's any way to do it right. Wano is fucking massive. The first act of Wano was alright. It was a solid introduction. We saw Luffy reuniting with Zoro. Hawkins was a beast in early Wano. He was fucking menacing, actually getting shit done. We had Sanji using his raid suit. Jinbei saying, "I'm not gonna." Yeah, but that was the Whole Cake Island. Not intimidated by a mere emperor. Yeah. That was in Whole Cake Island. That was dope. Wano has to be peak. But I don't think it's... Wano is peak, but it's not better than Water 7 or Marineford. I have to put it right here. The Odin flashback carries so hard. When the flashback ended, I was actually sad that we got back to real time. I wanted to see more. Not just Odin, but I wanted to see so much more from Whitebeard and Roger. To this day, I still like regularly rewatch the scene of Roger fighting the One Piece. Such an amazing moment. When the treasure he sought was placed in front of his very eyes, he laughed. Oh, there we can zoom further in. We all laughed, to the point where tears were starting to pour out of our eyes. Joy boy, I really wish I had been born in the same era as you. You left behind such an unbelievable treasure. What a funny story. Hey guys, how about we name this last island that no one arrived at yet? In the past 800 years, this is Laugh Tale. A phenomenal chapter. I'm gonna say this after rereading Wano. I think I'll put Wano at the wrong with Marineford. Really. Yeah, I want to reread Wano, but holy, it's so much. It's so much. It's crazy how much it is. But I also want to reread Kingdom. Because I desperately need to reread Kingdom because my memories of it are a blur. Speaking of Kingdom, is there a new chapter? Nope, still no chapter. Only the early translations. Look. I don't know if I've ever streamed this long for One Piece. Streamed for 2 hours. It's the build-up. But thing is, Wano had so many, like, stalling chapters, if that makes sense. Like, so many chapters of what people just running, especially in Onigashima. People just running and with nothing happening. And I feel like Oda could do that. He could showcase people getting to where they're supposed to go in a different way. Because those chapters, we had like in one chapter where people were only running. That it pissed me off so much. Wait, oh you have to go. Kingdom has gotten crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's already better than the previous war with Kanki. Fuck. Oh, I'm so tired. I also have to do not a Vagapunk, Vinland Saga. Have to read Vinland Saga again. It's been a while. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. This was this was pretty intense. I was actually scared that it was gonna be a short stream, but 2 hours is pretty long for me, for One Piece at least. One Punch Man. Yeah, but the thing is with One Punch Man, we've been having so much downtime. Like we're in between arcs and we still haven't gotten to like anything serious yet. We're slowly getting there, but One Punch Man has been really slow. You caught up? I mean, reading One Punch Man is actually exhausting. Like I'm actually tired after reading 2 or 3 chapters of One Punch Man. I'm done for. Cause you get like, I mean, the art of One Punch Man is amazing, but sometimes you get like slabs of text, like I'm straight up reading a poneglyph. And a lot of times it's just without any real substance. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Yeah, like I said, I was really afraid that this wasn't gonna be enough. I thought maybe I would have to do 2 different tier lists, but I think 2 hours is enough. And I'm pretty happy with. It's kind of crazy. Nah, I haven't. I've never read any manhwa. I only watched Tower of God season 1, but then I watched the anime of it. But they took such a long break until season 2. I just lost interest. Aizen, holy shit! Wow, Aizen himself joined the stream. How you doing? You came at the wrong time. I'm just wrapping up the stream, but appreciate it. Welcome. How you doing? So what's your suggestion, J7? And also, Aizen, what do you think of my tier list? Do you overall agree with it, or is it shit? The greatest real estate? What the fuck? I'm sorry, I'm not gonna read a manga about fucking real estate. Fuck that. Think it's good? Alright, that's fair. Thanks. Took a while to set it up. The only thing that I'm not sure about is Thriller Bark. But I'm not sure if it's B or A tier, to be honest. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. A lot of fun. Well, like I said, Thoughts on Bleach. You're probably not gonna like it, but I never got into it. I tried watching it years ago, but I watched I think about 15 episodes, but I just didn't click with me. Not that it was bad, but it didn't click with me, sadly. I wanted to like it so much. I gave it a fair try and just wasn't for me, sadly. It's the only one of the big three. I like Naruto until the fourth great ninja war. And you've seen what happened to there's Boruto, but we don't talk about that one. To me, One Piece is it is the greatest. I don't laugh in every chapter. Let me see what it looks like. Boring start? I didn't think it was boring at all. I mean, I sort of liked the characters, it just didn't click for me. Like, it's not... I didn't think it was bad at all, it just... it wasn't my taste, if that makes sense. Is this it? See what it looks like. Oh. I've never seen any like manhwa. Oh, they do colored, I think. These Pokemon. Okay. Silver Instant. Oh. Oh my god, he's gonna turn the whole thing into... Okay. Okay, so he's a piece of shit. Seeing all this nature, and he's visioning just a concrete jungle. I think that's even... I think that's Times Square right here, New York. I might give this a... You know, I'll give it a try next time One Piece is on break. I'll do it on a Wednesday when One Piece is on break. And I'll give it a try. I'll do a couple chapters until I get tired. Yeah. You guys, thanks for joining. We're gonna end it here. I still have to get me some dinner. I'll be seeing you guys next week for the latest One Piece chapter. And keep your eyes open for a One Piece video on Sunday. It's gonna be a good one, hopefully, if I manage to edit it properly.